feeling stressed. Car moving through these Ubers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Bigger the bag, bigger the beef, bigger the problem, bigger the be one of the all in the same. Broke at the end of the month, flow Joe, kill mo, run it up, keep clean. Never let them touch, fits like temper tantrums. Girl, come back that up, all in the club, and bring all your girlfriends. Girl hopping up about a Pearl 6 Louis speed bag glued to her wrist. She was getting paid, she ain't think a thing, but she was thinking slay. We blade thicker than a snicker bag. Talking about she don't come with no baggage. Y'all in her bag, I probably should. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow Joe chasing a check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these Ubers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Ubers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these Ubers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Ubers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for, but this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
Here's McKinnon. Oh, what a move. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bears take over. Trubisky brings the Bears out 1st and 10 at the 45.
180! Gotta go!
Our first carry now for Jordan Howard. Runs through the contact. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
180! Lock in.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to throw. It's caught at the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They give him a gain of 38.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Go!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. They get it to him running left, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On 3rd and goal, Trubisky trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker, and he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On the toss, it's McKinnon. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Now McKinnon. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Hey, 22! 22!
They'll try the air now with Stafford. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football.
Hey, tag 50 left.
They run it with McKinnon, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Off of play action, here's Stafford. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A dump down to McKinnon. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. McKinnon, and that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Here's Stafford now on second down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Leonard Floyd coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Out of the gun, Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Gotta go. Red, up. Motion, reset. 18. Red, up. Yep.
On second down, here's Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Trubisky, eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Touchdown, Chicago! Mitchell Trubisky, 60 yards. And the Bears are in for 6. Well, you want to talk about making something out of nothing. Boy, he did that right there. What an incredible run.
Obviously a pass play, and he couldn't find anyone open downfield. But sometimes the receivers just run those defenders off, and it creates a wide open space.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Jones has it. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. Flushed out right. He finds McKinnon, complete. 23 yards on the play.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Now a first down throw. Stafford stepping up. He's going to keep it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he locates Luke Wilson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Stafford to the former Seahawk Wilson for a Lions first.
Hurry.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The first down carry here for Johnson. Gave a glimpse of his power, but not a whole lot of space. Down at the 30. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And they'll run it here. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash. This from 45 yards away. And Lutz puts this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Onto the field now come the Bears. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10.
Red, up. Right 80. Check back 21. Check back 21. 18, 18.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
180.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. So, yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And he's got some space here. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the first half. Maybe he can recalibrate here in the third and then carry that over to the fourth.
I like that. Recalibrate.
Gotta go.
Strong.
Hey, gotta go. Lock in.
On first down, Trubisky. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Timmy Jernigan busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
180.
This is Cohen on the toss. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long.
4 down. Check. 180. Check, right 21, right 21. Blue. Gotta go. Blue.
Here's Trubisky. Trying to lay one up deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
We've got plenty of weather here today. We've got some snow going on, and they've come out of a dome. And there have been two ways of getting ready for this. Some have said, don't worry about the weather. Just practice in your normal conditions and handle it on game day. And others have said, find some weather, find some conditions somewhere, and try and get ready. What do you think?
Well, whatever the preparation there, the snow causing the fumble. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Red, up. 180.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby. Red, up. Sit up. 180.
On second down, Trubisky. Flush to his right. And incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
4 down. Check. 4 down. 180.
On 3rd down, it's Cohen. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And Parkey's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
On 1st down, Stafford here. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Eddie Goldman breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Operating from the gun, Stafford. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Bears on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
Set up! 180! Gotta go!
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down.
Well, they just treated 3rd and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the 1st down and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
They run. This is Cohen. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself, thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Forced out to his left. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
180! 18. Hey, 18.
Here's Trubisky to throw. He sets to fire deep. He's got it with the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big gain of 39 on 3rd. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Cohen. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They try again with Cohen. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. This is Cohen. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Second and 10, Stafford again. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Leonard Floyd in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Now it's Stafford. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. But they can thank their defense for another stop. And now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. Work it down, and of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you can pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running. The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Again, it's Cohen. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
Gotta go.
On 3rd down, it's Cohen, and he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Just a yard, but that's all they needed, and by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Time for a break. Back with more in the NFC Championship game after this. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Switch. Lock in.
They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
He's going to get it running right. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Stop! 180!
Off the toss, Cohen. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Parkey adds the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like...
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
The Bears in good field position to start out, 1st and 10. Looky here, Trubisky wants to throw it. He's going to let this one go deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Adam Shaheen, 51 yards. And the Bears will extend their lead. Parkey with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Lions. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the box.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Akeem Hicks. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. On 2nd down, here's Stafford. Now a desperation throw. And got his man complete. He got 29 yards that time. Stafford now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.